Hi guys, welcome to today's tutorial. In today's tutorial, we're learning how to create a giveaway flyer design. I remain your host, Rosemary Oka, your teacher. So let's get started. First thing, we'll be creating our background design for this design. So we'll go to the background portal. We'll be using the gradient colors. We're using a gradient color for this design. So the color is already ready, but I'll be showing you how I got the color. So these are the slides, like you know. So let's input the color code. The color code for the first one is EF9B01. It's 01. So this is the first color code, and the second one is FFBE02. So there's a color code for it. So adjust our slider a bit to get and achieve our desired background. So this is the background we'll be using for this design. The next thing is to input our text for the design. So before inputting our text, let's get another part of the background we'll be using. Let's just quickly go into this. Let's get the background we'll be using again for this. Okay, so this is it. Just crop it here so this watermark doesn't show. So we're going to adjust it to ensure it fits to our workspace and reduce the opacity. So we're going to reduce the opacity to about 5. Okay, so we're going to lock it so it doesn't interrupt our design. Next thing is to input another. Okay, let's not input yet. Let's just input our text first. So the first text to be inputting is airtime, since it's an airtime giveaway. Airtime. So we're going to ensure it's balanced. The color is white. It's white, so we're just leaving it at that. And the font we'll be using is Mathing. So let's quickly look for Mathing. Okay, here you go, Mathing. This. Okay. So we're just so the size for this will be, let's say 84. Let's use 85. Let's use 85 for it. And reduce the spacing. So we're going to reduce the spacing to -6. Okay. -6. So when putting another text again for giveaway, and we'll be using a size, let's use 45. Let's use 45 for this. Ensure your text are always aligned if you're working on the middle, but if you're working by the side, that's where you're going to be needing the grid too. But if you're working at the middle, you just use the relative positioning, the middle part, to ensure it's properly aligned to the middle. So the text The font we'll be using for this is Stretch Pro. No, let's not use Stretch Pro. Let's try Montserrat. Montserrat might not work it, so we might just get, let's use Simple Heavy. Let's see how that works. Okay, let's use a Simple Bold, Simple Black. Okay, that would work for us. So we're going to align it again. Okay, so we'll make a copy of this and put it by the way. So we're just going to lock this while we work on this. So the color for this is white. So we're going to add strokes to this, a gradient stroke. Now this gradient stroke is to just give it a certain feel. So let's add our color for the gradient stroke. So the first color code is FCA203. Okay, and the second one is C36512. Okay, so this is the color code. Just going to adjust it a bit of our gradient. Now we're going to increase the width. Okay, to 25 and adjust it to the middle again. So we're going to lock this and bring on this one. Okay, we'll lock this earlier. So this is the upper one. We're going to add a shadow effect on it because we are giving it a kind of 3D look. We're going to add a shadow effect on it. We're doing that for this too, but let's just finish with this. Let's lock this again and open this. So we're going to add a 3D a shadow effect on it to bring out originality from it and to bring it to life. That's the essence of shadow, to bring your designs more original feelings. Okay, this is just good. Now we're going to impute 3D effects on this, 3D text rotation effect. So we'll be using let's use 12. Let's use 12 like this. So we're not touching the y-axis, just the x-axis. Let's use 12. We're going to replicate that to here. 12. Okay, great. So since we are done with this, we're going to lock it and bring this one on here. Okay, you can see that the design is coming more and more into life. So one last thing we're going to do is to go into the 3D effect, the 3D text effect here. Just going to click on it. We're going to reduce the depth to about 2. So I've reduced the depth to 2. The text are breaking, so we can just, when you see that the 3D effect is breaking inside, just switch off the simulating light and that'll work it for you. So the design is coming more and more into life. So we're going to add our shadow effect. I'm going to increase it. Increase it. Okay, I think this works just great. Then we'll move this upwards. Moving this upwards. Next thing is to import another text. Follow the steps below to win. Okay, follow the steps below to win. So the text, the size of this will be, could use 30, or let's leave it at 33. Then the text font is Montserrat bold medium. Montserrat bold, not medium. Montserrat bold. Okay, so we're going to align this to the middle and add a little shadow to it. Take the opacity to 31, the blur radius to 10, and the offset we're going to align this again to the middle and take it upwards again. So you can see the design is coming more and more into life. It's becoming more interesting. So the next thing to do is to create a kind of instruction portal, I would say. So let's quickly do that. We're going to use circles and rectangles for this. Okay, I think this would work. Okay, so change the color to black. Here. And create a circle. So the first circle will be black too. I'm going to reduce the size of the circle. So we're going to reduce the size of the circle. So let's see how this works. Okay, so I'm taking it to the other edge now here. Okay, so we're going to make a copy of this. Let's increase this a little. Okay, so let's make a copy of this and reduce it. We're going to reduce it to 8, and we're going to change the color to red. So this is the red color here. Let's use this is too bright, so we're just going to reduce it. It's too bright still. Okay, this would work. So I'm going to put this on this. On this. We're going to reduce the size again, still too big. Okay, this is just great. Now, to make her jump faster, instead of doing this and doing this again, we're just going to merge this entire element we've created, so we can replicate and duplicate it. So I'm just going to merge them into one and copy. So I've made extra instead of going on and creating it from afresh. So we're just going to use the grid tool as usual to ensure that they are all aligned properly. So this is the focal point, the one at the middle. So we use this too. So just this. Okay, so we're getting there gradually. Now we're going to adjust this again. This is already at the middle, so we adjust this, and that's just fine. Then make a copy of this and impute 1, 1. So these are in the instruction bars for the giveaway. Make another copy, take it to the middle. This is 2, 2, making another copy. Let's align this. This is 3. Perfect. Now we're going to write out the full instruction. So the first one is follow. Just going to drag it here. Like, copy again, share. So these are the instructions to follow. Now we're going to arrange this to ensure they are aligned. I'm trying to be fast so this video isn't so long. Now let's quickly use the grid tool to align, using this as our focal point. Zoom in a bit. Okay, so follow, adjust a bit. Share. Okay, so the design is coming more and more into life. Next thing for us to do is to move this upwards. This entire element here, we're going to take it upwards. So just mark each and every one of it and move it upwards. Oh, okay, let's do that again. So when trying to move elements together, ensure they are all marked, else some will be left behind, leaving you to start afresh, or it might entirely scatter the entire work. So ensure everything is marked, everything you want to move is marked, then move. Okay, all right, so we're getting there. The design is becoming more and more realistic. So another last thing, or not really last, would do is the contact detail. So we're going to get the radius of this at 38, color black. This is going to house the contact details that we're going to spread across. Okay, we might need to. Okay, so we align to the middle as always. Then, okay, now we're going to move this entire element here to give this element enough space to breathe. So let's quickly do that. Just going to move them upwards. Okay, so this design, this element here can breathe. So before moving forward, let's add we're still moving forward anyways. Let's add something interesting to the background design. So let's add something that'll make it interesting and beautiful. Okay, let's add this. No, this can work. Let's use this then. Okay, let's use this. Alright, let's use this then. So we're just going to erase some part of it that will make the design too busy. Just going to erase them. So I use the blur feature here to ensure that it doesn't give it such a straight cut. Rather, it's going to be blurry. It shouldn't look as if it was cut, but the cuts were there. Okay, so this is looking good. Align to the middle as always, to the center, but we're going to move it upwards. Then make a copy of it, take it upwards, and lock. We're going to lock them so they don't interrupt our design. So the last thing to do is to input our contact details. Input the contact details. So get the Instagram, the email, and everything. So we're taking this to 4. To 4. The Instagram. Here's the phone. All at 4. Do something like this. And the Instagram. Now, if you'll be working on, let's say, a similar brand design, rather than just creating fresh designs and you are tweaking every now and then, you can create a template that you would use that would help you on and on instead of repeating some certain elements in your design. So you can just create a template whenever you want to work for that same brand. You want to create a different design, you can just tweak the design and save the fresh design. As simple as that, instead of doing over and over again. So that's something you can do to save time and energy when working. So we're going to copy this and input the Instagram we could use, I think we use 1, 2, 3 default or something like that. Let's just use this. Copy again, you could use add talk to add this, then copy, then use 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing we do, align, ensure everything is well balanced. This is something we must do all the time. So let's reduce this. I think it's too much. All right, it's working. And this, we're going to reduce the size, looking too big. So we're going to take the size to 25. Okay. So we're working on them individually and collectively as would do. So this is our 25. This is our 25. Let's lock this so it doesn't interrupt our design. Okay, it's locked. Okay. Now we're going to adjust every one of them. So let's start with the one at the middle, the email. So we're going to adjust it properly. Then the phone number, we're going to adjust it to, and use the grid to check our work. Okay, let's use 5 for this because of the, okay, please 4. Alright, that's working. Then the texts. And boom, they are looking all good. Okay, this is looking out of proportion. All right. Let me adjust this. So sometimes you can use a grid tool and stay having some difficulties. Okay, now this is the last step of the design. There's our logo carrier. The logo carrier. We're going to import the logo. This and reduce the size and align to the shape. Now I think we should add a shadow to the airtime and reduce the opacity. Great. Now this is how you can create a very simple, beautiful airtime giveaway flyer design with your smartphone. My name is Rosemary Orca. Remain your teacher. I'll see you in the next class. Bye.